Hello. Today on
Life, Death and the Universe.
We could all die at any moment. Most people don't like thinking about death, destruction and their own mortality. But I do. So let's scare the crap out of ourselves and discover how we could die any moment now. Of course, individually, any one of us watching this video could suddenly drop dead at any moment, just cease living without even realizing it or having any warning that the end was imminent. It could be caused by some undiscovered medical defect such as a brain aneurysm which suddenly ruptures or a pulmonary embolism. There are so many things that could happen at any moment of your life to suddenly end your life. Still, I wouldn't worry about it too much if you're still here in 5 seconds' time. Just be grateful or ungrateful, depending on your outlook on life. If it wasn't bad enough that there are a multitude of things that your own body could do at any moment to cause you to expire unexpectedly, there are also lots of things beyond your own body that could kill you and potentially everyone else at any moment. There are the obvious things such as an earthquake causing the ceiling to collapse onto you. That's not such a worry if you aren't currently in an earthquake zone though. If you are seriously unlucky, there could be a freak occurrence about to strike you down. Maybe right now there is a military transport plane flying at high altitude above your location, and it's had a slight mishap. I won't bore you with the details of why, and indeed you will never know, but just to say that the plane had a slight problem and was unable to continue containing its cargo of military tanks. And right now, one of those tanks is rapidly free-falling from an altitude of around 40,000 feet and is on a perfect trajectory to land right where you are now in just a few seconds' time. You probably won't even hear it coming, or if you do, you will be unlikely to have time to deduce what the sound is or pinpoint where it is coming from. Don't worry about that though. You won't know anything about it and it will be instant and painless. Okay, so far your body could be planning to do you in, and or some Earth-based catastrophe could be headed your way. We haven't even got around to what the entire universe or multiverse could have in store for you yet. The most commonly talked about threat from space is the risk of an asteroid crashing into the Earth. A large enough asteroid could potentially wipe out all life on Earth in an instant. However, we would most likely have plenty of warning. That warning might not do us much good, but we would at least have time to say goodbye, maybe rob a bank or do something that you've always wanted to do but were too terrified to do it. A nuclear war would likely be a small affair in the current political climate, but if you were on the receiving end of a nuclear attack, you would at least get a warning of maybe a few minutes, so long as you were watching TV or listening to the radio. However, even a large-scale nuclear war may not wipe out the whole of mankind, and you may be one of those who survives, although surviving that may not be much fun. So what could the universe do to instantly kill us all without warning? Well, we don't really know because we know so little about the universe, but we do know about things that we have observed. Gamma ray bursts have been observed from here on Earth. They occur when a high-mass star goes supernova or hypernova, collapsing to become a neutron star, quark star, or a black hole. A gamma-ray burst can produce as much energy in 1 second as our sun will produce in its entire life. Gamma-ray bursts have been observed in distant galaxies and are quite rare events. However, if a star not too distant from us decided to blow its lid off, and the Earth was in the path of the burst, the energy from it would vaporize the surface of the Earth and everything on it. There wouldn't be any warning because gamma rays travel at the speed of light, because gamma rays are light. We could all be going about our business perfectly happily one moment, and the next moment, nothing. You would have no idea what just happened because your brain would now be part of the Earth's new scorched atmosphere. So how likely is this to happen? Well, there's no way of knowing, really. It may never happen, or it could happen any moment now. Could there be anything worse than what we have looked at so far? Oh, yes. Vacuum decay is another possibility that we know about, and it would annihilate the entire universe without any warning whatsoever.
What's vacuum decay?
I hear you ask. Well, all fundamental particles have a quantum field associated with them. They are essentially ripples in a field. This includes the particle which everyone has heard of, the Higgs boson, which gives all other particles mass. Without the Higgs, there would be no mass. And I'm not talking about the mass that Roman Catholics have in churches. I'm talking about physical mass. The third law of thermodynamics says that everything defaults or moves to its lowest energy level, and this is the way things work throughout the universe. The easiest way to visualize this is that the more potential energy something has, the less stable it is. It wants to get to its lowest energy state, so like a ball on top of a hill, it will roll down to the valley below until it can roll no more. And that is its lowest energy state, where it wants to be. That's its true vacuum state. It can't go any lower than that. However, the Higgs lowest energy state is still quite high. So it is believed that at its supposed lowest energy level, it is kind of stuck in a trough with a big drop to a much deeper valley right next to it. So there's just a little ridge preventing it from dropping lower. If it did go over that edge, though, through some kind of disturbance or maybe quantum tunneling, and plunge down into the lowest valley, it would cause a chain reaction throughout the entire Higgs field. This would alter the whole of physics, and with it the whole of the universe, in a pretty devastating way. Essentially, a bubble of destruction would expand from the epicenter and spread out across the universe at the speed of light. Within that bubble, the whole of physics as we know it will have been altered at the subatomic level to the extent that nothing could exist as it does now. That process could have already started somewhere in the universe and be heading our way. We wouldn't know if it was, so there would be no warning. And even if there was a warning, what are you going to do about it? I suppose you could hide under the bed, but that won't save you. Nothing will. Well, perhaps something could save you. Not hiding under the bed, though, that's just silly. But if the bubble of destructive vacuum decay is expanding through the universe at the speed of light, because the speed of light is the cosmic speed limit, right? If the universe is also expanding at the speed of light and we were far enough away from the bubble, the expansion of space-time should prevent it from catching up with us. So at least part of the universe would keep running away from the part of it that's trying to destroy it. So in other words, vacuum decay would not destroy the entire universe. I don't know. Either way, if you're in the part of the universe that gets destroyed, you are screwed. Well, there you are. Of course, there may be many other things waiting to kill you and everything else in the universe that we just don't know about yet. Perhaps we may never know about the one thing out there that may get us in an instant. If you think you might have enjoyed viewing this video, please do subscribe. And make sure you press the little icon to be notified when I... Hello? Still going. To be notified when I upload a new video. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you don't die imminently.